In an ever more vanilla world, we always had DAF, doing their thing their own way. The XF530 Euro 6 Super Space Cab is the latest dashing Dutchman. And here we take a look at the first two in New Zealand, hoping that the DAF flame of independence would still be burning strong. In this month's road test, we catch up with Graham and Michelle Reddington's new pair of DAFs. They've purchased the first two new XF530 Euro 6 Super Space cabs for their contract that they have with Foodstuffs Limited, that is serviced under their North Chill Limited brand. One is a 6x4 tractor, the other an 8x4, which incidentally holds the title of being the first XF Euro 6 8x4 highway tractor with a Super Space cab in the world. We met up with driver Kane Wood and Otrahonga for the first of two nights in the 8x4, with a Maxi Cube quad reefer on hook doing Auckland to Mokau swaps. Yeah, it's a nice machine, easy place to spend a day, said Kane, as the big Dutchman loafed away from town, effortlessly collecting kilometres per hour without the occupants really being aware. We were loaded with mixed grocery and Kane said we'd be sitting around about 41 tonne all up, giving us a wonderful 10.3 kilowatts, 13.8 horsepower per tonne. Imagine an RFL driver back in 1971 having 13.8 horsepower to the tonne. As with all of us, much has changed in DAF's world over the past quarter century, but there's still an underlying individuality that fingerprints DAF's latest Euro 6 range as most definitely DAF. The previous XF105 was certainly a softening of the stark squareness that was the original XF95. Now the XF530 Euro 6 is an even bigger jump into the more alluring and curvaceous aesthetic. Descriptively, you could go on forever about the visual cues. Suffice to say, it's a whole new animal, but it's still easily identifiable as a DAF. Launched at the Birmingham show in 2017, this is the third evolution of the company's Euro 6 platform that first appeared in Europe in 2013. And like a few other OEMs, props to Southpac for getting them here before any local mandating of Euro 6. It is environmentally responsible and shows a genuine interest in their customers' bottom line. The one thing operators are quickly learning about Euro 6 is it's rewriting the book on fuel consumption, not just clean air. And the DAF, with its new exhaust after-treatment system, power and drivetrain improvements, a new climate control system, aerodynamics and electronic architecture, all contributing to a potential 7% fuel consumption improvement, according to the company. Under the floorboards is the latest incarnation of PACCAR's MX-13 engine, a motor that's been a star for them throughout its life in guises. A 12.9 litre common rail unit with a revamped variable geometry turbo that deploys EGR, SCR and DPF to deliver Euro 6 emissions and a tailpipe you could probably lick clean. It's also a low rever with maximum torque of 2,600 Newton metres, 1,920 pound-foot, being delivered between 1,000 and 1,460 RPM, and peak power of 390 kilowatts, 530 horsepower at 1,675 RPM. And at the point where torque drops off the chart, power is at about 388 kilowatts, 520 horsepower. And behind the engine in the 8x4 is the ZF Traxxon 16-speed AMT, and in the 6x4 it's the 12-speed. It's a beautifully smooth, modular and highly configurable transmission, with lightning shifts attributed in part to the pneumatic clutch actuator. Aside from emissions, the big step forward for DAF is its arrival on the front lines of safety. The trucks have adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, advanced emergency braking, lane departure and vehicle stability control. The great news in all of this is there's no option here either, meaning you can't buy one without it fitted. Driver training is also an integral part of the DAF approach to safety, so a master stroke is the training partnership with TR Master Drive, resulting in 22 trainers across 16 locations, facilitating 6 to 8 hours of free in-cab education for 2 drivers for every new Euro 6 sold, after which the drivers will receive an NZTA qualification, so true commitment to the cause. When it comes to cabs, big is definitely good, and DAF Super Space Cab is about where it's at in terms of big. Standing on the engine tunnel blip on the DAF's floor, you still have a touch over 2.1 metres of headroom. The North Chill trucks were both built with single bunk options, and as for storage, starting under the bunk from the right is a bottle holder and a pull-out caddy, fridge and a storage bin. There is underbunk storage, some of it accessible via external doors, and 3 big lockers adorn the front overhead with the microwave installed in the middle one. The dash is a Binacle wrap combo where everything falls wonderfully to hand. The driving position is superb with an abundance of adjustment and very good vision left and right. And also, both driver and passenger are fitted out with air suspended, heated, ventilated and double stitched leather seats. These first two DAF XF530 Euro 6 Super Space cabs are DAFs in every way, shape and form, and in the way they behave. Power and performance in 2020 is largely a given, but that's only part of the story. This is also about cleanliness, efficiency and safety. Buying trucks nowadays is a long way from securing a mechanical horse for a commercial transport task. Trucks today speak to so much. The values and professionalism of those doing the cartage, of whoever's name's on the side of the door, and those that are selling the truck. These are two trucks that speak volumes about every party involved. To read the complete story on these impressive Euro 6 Dutch fuel misers from Pukekohe's North Chill, then pick up a copy of the September 2020 New Zealand Trucking Magazine on sale now. Have a fantastic month out there, take care and travel safe.